In this video, we're looking at the sales of a hypothetical company that operates in 4 different regions, and the regions can be described in this table in column B: north, south, east, and west. This company only sells 2 products, so product A and product B. But they sell both of these 2 products in each of their 4 regions. And then you can see in column D, we have the sales of each product within each region. And so what we want to do is fill out this table using Excel's inbuilt formulas SUMIF and SUMIFS. So let's start off with the East region. How would we go about calculating what is the total value of all of the sales in the East region? Well, because the East region is just one condition, we can use SUMIF. So we'll type equals SUMIF. And then we need to select our range. So this is actually the criteria range. So we can grab this whole range here from B3 to B10 and hit F4. So by hitting F4, we have just locked in this whole range. And you'll see a dollar value appears before the column header and before the row number. And so this tells us that when we drag this formula or copy and paste it to a different cell, this range will not move. And this is very important. So now let's hit comma, and for the criteria, we'll put in the region, which is East. Notice how I'm not locking in this, because when we copy and paste this formula down to the other regions, it's important that this cell range move as we paste that formula. So we'll hit comma, and now we need to find the sum range, which is just this value of the sales in column D. So we'll highlight all of that and hit F4. Now enter. So this is telling us that in the East, we have sold 1,500, let's say, different items. And so we can confirm this by highlighting these 2 cells, and we see down at the bottom here that it says sum 1,500. Okay, and we can just copy and paste this formula to all of these different regions. So I'm going to hit Control C, then I'm going to paste by right-clicking and hitting formula. Or I could just select here and I could hit Control V and Control V once again. Okay, and so now we want to know within each of these regions, what is the total value that's in product A versus product B? Well, this is adding a separate condition because we're saying find the sales based on not only the region but also the product. That's when we need to use SUMIFS. We'll say equals SUMIFS. So it's asking for the sum range initially, which is going to be that range of sales in column D. We'll hit F4 to lock it in place. Now it's asking for criteria range 1. We can start with the region range, so we'll grab all that, and once again hit F4 to lock it in place, comma. And now this is criteria 1, which is the actual region in question. So for this one, it will be the East. And I'm not going to lock this cell in place because we need that cell to shift as we paste the formula into different areas. So we'll hit comma, and now we need criteria range 2, which is the product range. So I'll select all of that, hit F4 to lock it in place. And now we'll go find criteria 2, which is this actual product A. And then now I will close this formula, and we find that there is 600 of sales within product A in the East, which is this value here, so we know that's correct. And now we can actually copy this formula and paste it. But you're going to notice one thing. We have 0. And why is that? It's because we didn't lock in place the region, but now that dropped down 1 cell. So we're going to have to drag this one back up and hit enter. And now we see that product B has 900, and so we can see that these sum to a total of 1,500, and we've got the correct value. So now I can highlight both of these cells and hit Control C to copy, and then I'll just come here, paste with Control V, and then I'll paste here, Control V, Control V. And so now we've found the number of product A and product B sold in each of these regions. And we can calculate our grand total by just using equals sum. I'm going to hold Control on my keyboard, and I'm just going to select each of the region values and hit enter for a grand total of sales of 4,550.